JavaScript is one of the core technologies of www, which was previously used for making websites interactive and creating animations. Each browser uses a JavaScript engine to understand JavaScript. For example, Google Chrome uses Google's V8 JavaScript engine, Microsoft has its Chakra, and Firefox has SpiderMonkey JavaScript engine. Now, in 2009, Ryan Dahl, a software engineer from America, took Google's V8 JavaScript engine and embedded inside of a C++ program and name it Node.js so that JavaScript can be executed without a browser. If you visit nodejs.org, here you can see Node.js is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. Now with the JavaScript we can make a full website without any dependency for the backend. Like we don't need PHP, Python or Java for the backend. With JavaScript we can create the whole website in one language. And if you click on about, then you can see an asynchronous event driven JavaScript runtime. So Node.js is not a compiler or interpreter. It is a JavaScript runtime, means it provides an environment where JavaScript can be executed. And asynchronous or event driven, we will discuss that later on. Now let's download the JavaScript Node.js, write some code to understand how it works. So if you click on downloads in nodejs.org, then there are two versions. One is LTS and another is current. I'll suggest to go with the LTS version because it is the stable one. And here you will have option for different platforms, different operating systems for Windows, Mac, and for Linux its source code, Linux binaries. The version you can see here is 14.16.1, which is the latest LTS version. Now I am using Windows, so I'll download it for Windows and let me save it here. And after the download is completed, make sure you have installed it. Click on next. Then accept the terms and agreement. Click next. The directory where the Node.js is going to install. Now if you want to change it you can do, but I'll keep it default. Make sure you have this checked, add to path, so that you can access Node from the terminal. Now here it will install 4 other things, which is Node.js runtime, the main Node.js, and npm package manager. Npm means Node package manager, which is used to download different modules from the npm source repository. Now click on next. Here we don't need to install the native tools, so we will just click on install. Needs permission, then wait for the installation to be completed, and here you can see Node.js has been successfully installed. Now how to make sure that Node.js is installed? Open CMD, click on and type node. Let me make it bigger. Node -v, and here you can see that Node version 14.16.1 is installed in my system. And also for npm, I'll check the version, and npm version 6.14.12 is installed. So here we go. Now we have an environment to run, JavaScript code without a browser. Now let's write some code. To write code I'll use the Microsoft Visual Studio Code, which you can get from code.visualstudio.com. I'll give the link in the description of this video so that you can go and download the Visual Studio Code for your system. It is also supported by multiple systems for Linux, Apple, Linux, Mac, and Windows. Now we have opened the Visual Studio Code. Now what to write? Go back to the Node.js. page and click on docs. Here we will have documentation for different version of nodes, so click on 14.04. These are the modules of Node.js that people use to make their code, that people use to write their codes. The most used module is HTTP, which creates an HTTP server, can accept accept different HTTP requests like get, post, put, etc. Now we are going to create a HTTP server with this HTTP module. Now to do that, first of all we need to import the HTTP module, and we do that in JavaScript by writing require and then inside of the quotation the module name. Let me save the file so that the Visual Studio Code can give us some suggestions. So I'll name it server.js, and the extension for the node source code is same as we do in the front end part. The extension is same .js, and then the HTTP module is imported. You can write HTTP dot create server to create an HTTP server, and it will take a request listener or a callback function which will take two parameters, request and response. Now we have an arrow function to define the callback function. Now these things, the callback and arrow functions, if you don't know, let me know in the comments so that I can make one more video on these topics. Now this request is coming from the browser and we need to send a response for the request, so we will define res dot. Every response should have a header. These are some advanced topics that we'll discuss later, but make sure you coded this application. Set header and then the header name, which is content type, means what is the type of the content that is going to be sent from the server. Content type, then the value is text slash plain, means the response is going to be a plain text. At the end we need, if you like to, then you can add a semicolon, or if don't, then that is Node.js is not gonna throw an error like C or other programming language. Now the response we want to send to the client is, say, hello world, and that's all. Now we have an HTTP server which accepts a get request and send a hello world to the client. Now the server must listen somewhere, some host and port, so that the client can send where the client will send the request. Now for that we have a method called listen, which will take two arguments, the port and the host name. So the port we can have 8000 and the host is localhost or 127.0.0.1, and this must be placed inside of a string so that there should not be any conflict. Next we can have one more callback function which will be executed once the server is started, where we can simply have a console log to print in the terminal, console.log server started. Now save it and open up the terminal. Now inside of the VS Code, if you click on the terminal and click on new terminal, then it will open up new terminal. Now I have my project in E directory, so I'll have to go there, cd projects, and my file name is server1.js. Now how to run this file? Type node and your file name, click enter. Oh, I did a mistake here, because let me make sure we have fixed it. This create server will return an object, the server object, so we must store that server object inside of a variable. So if you do const server, then it will return an object, the server object, and it will store inside of this server variable. Now this server must listen, this server has a listen method which will listen on the given port and the host. Now save it again, open up the terminal, run node server.js, and you can see that the server is started. Now how to check? Go back to the browser, create one more tab, and the type 127.0.0.1:8000, and if you hit enter, then you can see that we have the response. This is coming from the node server. So great job, you did it. You have coded your first Node.js server by the HTTP module of Node.js. Now go back to the Node.js website, and if you click on about, then you will have the full code which we coded. Now this is having some advanced things like how to set the status code. Now the status code 200 means everything is okay and the server responded well, and there are a lot of server status code that you can set. So here it is explained well, so you can go through this about page. And for other modules, click on docs and the API version, then here we will have all the modules that Node offers for different functions, like the OS to access the operating system, net for network stuffs, and there are many more. But using this HTTP only, we cannot have a complex backend service. For that there are a lot of frameworks built on top of Node.js. The most popular one is Express, which the website for the Express is expressjs.com. I'll give the link in the description, and this we can use to create complex REST APIs. I'm gonna do video on this. I'm gonna make a tutorial video on this Express soon, and if you need that, please let me know in the comments. So that is all about Node, and we learned about Node and write a basic code to create an web server on localhost and port 8000. So click like if you really need some knowledge from it and learn something about Node.js, and let me know if you need to learn the callbacks and this advanced stuff of JavaScript. And later on I'm going to do a tutorial on Express, which you can use to make REST APIs with Node.js. So that is all for this video, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.